guys, and thanks for joining me in another session on how to build a peer-to-peer lending platform. We'll right away delve in. Now that we have successfully implemented the account registration, which allows our customers to register either as an investor or as a borrower, the next stage of this project is to make sure our users are able to go through an onboarding process, which in our case is the KYC verification. This is a legal or regulatory requirement, as you may call it, for fintech or financial institutions to verify the information of the customers, and the KYC verification process allows a business to ascertain that the customer is who they say they are. This is also to protect the user and the business from fraud and money laundering operations. So in this lesson, we're going to implement the KYC verification process. So let's quickly start a new app. Let me widen the screen a bit. Okay, so let's start a new app, and we will call it KYC Anti-Money Laundering. You can call it whatever name you deem fit. And now we have our new app created. And now let's register our app. Where is our app? Okay, so we go to apps.py. Let's give it a nice name. Call KYC Verification. Okay, so I'll grab this and go to our base.py and install this app in local apps. So which is KYC apps. All right, so now Django is fully aware of this app. So let's git add git commit KYC AML app started. Okay, so we have committed that to our repository. Now let's find our KYC app models.py and start building our models. So in this link, I have the KYC model, which I am going to bring in. I will attach a link to this video. So we grab the KYC verification fields. Let me grab from the bottom. Okay. So we're going to grab this. I think it is here. Okay, so we bring in the KYC application model. Let's paste it there. A lot of red lines. So the KYC model is inheriting a base model, which we will create. So we have to go to our commands, and I think we already have our base model here, so we don't need to. So let's import our base model, which is that. Okay, so let's bring in our base model. And then let's go through. We'll get rid of on behalf of, legal first name. Okay, let's bring in the translation. from Django details translation import as underscore. So let's go through. Now we have with the KYC verification, these are the fields we have taken, and I suppose you know how to construct a model, so we wouldn't be doing it as I've stated in the past, that to be able to capture more space we need to I'll build the models and just bring them in. So with the KYC verification, we have the first name, the date of birth, email address, address line 1, line 2, the state, the zip, and the city, the type of identification, which we are going to fix with the type of identification, and the address type, the proof of address document, the photo ID, selfie ID, the KYC status, the status note, status update. If you read through the help text, you understand the reason for these fields. For instance, politically exposed person. This is to ascertain if a user is politically exposed or related to a politically exposed person. This is very important to know. If one of your users is politically exposed, then you need to be watchful of this kind of a user. Identification number and what have you. And here we will get okay, so US citizen and tax resident, accept terms, and the country. So we have to bring in this country model from globalization and the user model, and the reviewer who reviewed the user's application. In this case will be an administrator or a staff, and the KYC refusal code, and we have the standard meta here, and I added some custom permissions as well. Verify KYC, reject KYC, merge KYC. So these custom verifications will be applied to specific users to regulate. It's more like an audit trail. Not every staff is able to perform a KYC verification or reject a KYC verification. Likewise, to merge the KYC verification. And we want to also make sure the age of the user is not below 18. So let's import date time to get rid of this. And here to also clean some fields, which is to make sure the identification issue date is not the same as the expiry date. But for now, we will not go into validations. So let's get rid of this at the moment. Yes, so let's get rid of that. Yes, I think we are in the right order. Now, okay, selfie image, we're going to just save it in uploads/KYC. So we're going to upload them there. Let's get rid of these validations. We will do that later, but not at this stage. Let's limit our focus to KYC verification. So source will be okay. So we get rid of that. And this one. So proof of address document, and so yes. Okay, so now let's fix these. So we go to, if you remember, we created a helpers app. So we go to helpers and create in commons. Let's create a file called choices.py. And then in choices, we're going to create a class called model choices. And in model choices now we can create our proof of address type. So proof of address type, a document we can accept as proof of address type. We can take bank statement, and credit card statement. Okay, and I'll limit it to utility. Before setting the requirements for a KYC document, you need to check the regulations in a country. For some countries, for instance, a utility or a bill of payment is not enough proof of proving your residence address. So you need to be mindful of the countries and their individual regulatory requirements. So, but for the sake of this, in our anonymous country, we will just allow the utility to be used. So utility. Now let's create, what is it called? Proof of address. So now our proof of address will be a tuple of bank statement, copy and paste that. Okay, credit card statement and utility. So utility bill may be energy bill, telephone bills. Yes, let's bring in Django translations. Okay, so now we can import from helpers.common.choices, import model choices. So what do we have next? So the identification type now. So identification type. Let's do that straight away. National ID. We'll take the passport. And so there are a lot of documents you may require, but I will just limit it to this. So driver's license. So passport, okay, or resident permit, green card. So you can add lots of them. You can add lots of them as per the regulations of a country. So yes, this is okay. So now the next time zone. Okay, let's import time zone from Django Tails. Import time zone. Next, we have generator reference ID. We will not focus on that now. Okay, let's country. Let's bring in geolocations in country. From geolocations, import country. I hope I got that right. Geolocations. Oh, okay, it's locations rather, not geolocations. From locations. Now we have two more errors. The reviewer and the user. So let's bring in our user. It's equal to get user model. From Django.contrib. Oh, okay, Joe Vigoland, yeah, the users dot models, import our user. It's already been swiped, so now I think that is that for our KYC model. Let's run migrations. Make migrations. Query cut. Okay, so we need to fix a tuple here. Okay, I forgot a comma. A country cannot import country from locations. From locations.models. Okay. What else? Has no, okay, KYC status. Okay, I forgot that too. So we go back to our choices. So KYC status, we will have verified. And unverified. We will have pending, rejected, cancelled. Okay, what next? I hope that is the only error we have in here. Okay, what is going on? All right, let's go again. Okay, I missed out on a lot of PEP choices. Okay, so PEP choices for person who are politically exposed. So we will have PEP, and the option may be, yes, I am politically exposed. Non-PEP. No, I am not. All right, let's go again. Wow, I guess I skipped a lot of. Okay, so let's quickly get that. KYC refusal codes are codes in the financial industry that financial institutions, flag a KYC application based on the reason why a KYC verification was refused. So the codes are many, but I will just stick to just 2 or 3 as an example. So a code can be indicated as like this, as expired document. So documents expired. Another code could be documents does not match user data. So document does not match user data. So we just stick to these. Let's go through out and see which one we may have left out. So we have the KYC refuse code, photo identification type. I think we have this. Photo identification type, yes, we have that. Proof of address type, I think we have that. KYC status, PEP choices, refusal codes. So I think this should be it. Finally, let's rerun. Voila, we made it finally. So we can do that now. So migrate. We've been successful. We go to admin and register our new model. Class KYC application over application admin. So for now, okay, admin.register KYC application. I think this should be the name of our model. Yes, KYC application. All right. So now that is that. Now we can commit our changes to our repository. So git add.git commit KYC model implementation and database migrations. Then after committing, we will now push this to our remote repository. Let me verify if it's still connected. Git remote -v. All right, so git push. So that is that for this video. In the next video, we'll progress to build and create the form and then also implement this as the user explore the onboarding process. Thank you for watching this video.